Hello, this is Cecilia Ministry of Healing. I welcome you all to my ministry so that we can listen to my story today. I welcome all my new subscribers, my old subscribers. Let us get to share my video, and God will bless you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and most of all, keep on clicking the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And today I want to talk about how my dad passed away on a bus station on his way coming home. It was so painful. I remember it was just like a month like this one. It was May, yeah, May on 20. And I remember that day. I was in a place called Mombasa, and my dad, my mom were in Nairobi. And so in the afternoon, I had a phone call, but the whole day I had I was not okay. I was not feeling okay. I was just not in the mood the whole day. But when it came at around 4 o'clock, I had a phone call, and my sister called me, and I had her in the phone saying, how will I start to tell her? And I was like, because he already mentioned dad, and then at the back she was asking someone, how will I even tell her? And so immediately I felt something, and I knew something was wrong, because she started to cry, and I knew dad is normal. I just asked her, tell me. I told her, tell me, is dad dead? And she hung the phone. And so I started to cry. I cried and I cried and I cried. I could not hold on. You know, there is nothing bad like losing someone that you love, your close relative, your blood, someone that you always see, someone that you always know that he is always or she is always there for you. And it was so painful for me. I couldn't believe. I just wanted them to call me again and say, no, uh, it is not dad, he's not dead. But they didn't. So I called my sister, my our third born in the family, and I asked her, is it true that dad is dead? And she told me, yeah, dad is dead. And she told me that tomorrow we will go in the morgue to see his body, and we will go to see if he's the one, because we were just called, and we were told that dad fall down on he had a cardiac arrest on the bus station, and he fell down and he died. And so inside my heart, I was just praying and asking God. I was telling God, let it be not dad, let it be somebody else. And so I couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't sleep. I kept on crying the whole night. Believe me, I cried the whole night. All I was picturing was dad's image. I was just not believing. I couldn't believe that dad is normal. And so when it comes morning, in the morning, I called again. I called my sister. I asked her, are you guys ready in the morgue? And she told me, no, we are on our way going. And so after every 5 minutes, I was calling my sister, are you there? Because I wanted them to tell me, no, it is not dad. But unfortunately, it was dad. Um, so they went there, and when they reached in the morgue, they found it was dad. And she told me, sis, it is dad. Yeah, it is him. I have seen him. It is him. And so I was I was finished. I didn't take it. I kept on crying. You know, Dad was my best friend. He was my best friend. He used to love me. Everything that was done in the house, I was like a secretary to him. He was asking me what went on, like this and this, you know. And so, okay, finally I accepted, but I just keep on telling myself that to for a long journey, for a vacation maybe, and maybe one day he will come back. That's what I kept telling my mind, so that it will not keep on tormenting me, you know. And so the following day, I prepared myself and I started my journey to go to Nairobi. And I woke up very early in the morning and I prepared myself and I booked the bus to Nairobi because I was in Mombasa. And when I reached in Nairobi, I found my sister waiting for me. And inside the car that we boarded to go to my house now, because when I reached in Nairobi, I was going to a place called Ruiru, and I reached there, and my sister was waiting there in Ruiru bus station. And when I reached there, uh, there's something that happened, and only me and my sister could smell that smell. There was a very, you know, a smell of a dead body, and immediately I realized that it was Dad. Maybe he was close to us and he was trying maybe to talk to us, because when I tried to ask somebody who was near, do you smell anything, everyone was saying no. And so I have heard of stories of when a dead body, when somebody died, the spirit is free before he is buried or she is buried. He is free to move everywhere, and maybe he can try to reach you or talk to you, but he is not able. That spirit cannot be able. He can touch you, but you cannot feel anything, you know. And so I just realized that he's closer to us, and we were the only one, me and my sister, because I asked my sister, do you smell something? And she said, yeah, I smell the same thing. But when we asked the same person, the person next to us, they say no. And so we just knew it was that. And so we went home and we found Mom, and I felt very sorry for Mom. I felt sorry. I cried a lot because I was thinking about Mom. I was worried about Mom, you know. She was used to Dad, and she was used to, you know, she's the kind of woman that she used to depend on Dad, you know. And everything, she was a housewife. She didn't have any work, she didn't have any job, and so she was depending on Dad. And I knew that maybe she was going a lot of questions in her mind, but I knew God is there for her, and I knew God was able to make her go through all this. And so the days goes on, and after 3 days, now we plan to go and see Daddy's body in the morgue. And I was among them, me, my sister, my dad's brother, and my cousin. Yeah, we were four of us. My dad's brother, the eldest one in the family, my cousin, me, and my sister. And so we went, and when we were on our way going there, I was just with fear. I was filled with fear, and I was keep on asking my sister, will I be able to face the body of Dad? And my sister was telling me, you will. Yesterday I did it. I did it. And I knew that we were going to hold each other hand, and we were going to be strong. And so we went, and we reached the morgue, and we were told to wait there. And we waited for there on the reception, and the body was being prepared so that we can view the body. And so when the body was done, prepared, and I was like, oh my God, now this is the time to view Dad's body. And I was like, oh my God, this is hard, but I have to be strong. And my sister held my hand, and we went in. And the funny thing, or the the funny thing is that I was able to hold on to myself. and I was strong. I didn't know that I was going to stand in front of my dad's body. And so we went on, and I saw dad lying on that table on top there. And I couldn't believe that this is the strongest man that I used to know in my life is now lying down. He's not even speaking. He's not even saying anything. It was so painful. It was so hard for me. And I just had to, I just had to call God's strength. I I just prayed for God's strength to keep me going, because for real it was hard. It was hard. For those people who have lost their loved ones, those who are so close to them, they know what I mean, because it was hard. For real, it was hard. I couldn't take it. And the thing that I always remember, when we were in the morgue, my dad's brother was taking pictures of my dad's body. And when we were on this side of the table, and maybe he's on this side, he could take pictures, pictures, pictures. And inside my head, I was wondering, why is he taking a lot of pictures, you know? I was wondering too much, and I was asking myself a lot of questions. But I had no right to ask him, so I was just quiet, and I kept quiet, and I asked my sister, why is he taking dad's picture a lot, dad's body picture like that? And he took them, but I didn't know for what purpose. And so after we finished viewing dad's body, dad was taken back, and we were now going back home. But on our way back to home, we wanted to know, because after he took the pictures, he said that this man seems, it's like somebody was beating him. And we wondered why he was saying that, because he had something here, but that was on dad even before he was alive. He had something swollen on his hand, and on his neck here he had something swollen, so that was normal to us. So we didn't know he was referring to those things. So, and you know, and his face had a scratch here, and his leg also had a scratch here, because when he fell down on the stage, he rolled. And I will tell you on how we came to know that. Yeah. So on our way home, we went back home, and we stayed there. I mean, no, before we reached home, on the stage where dad fell down and died, we wanted to know what had happened. And so we went there, and we started to, because it is on a stage, a lot of people are there, shoe shiners, the conductors, the drivers were there, and maybe it is their routine. They are always there. They could have seen what happened. And so we went to one of the people we knew that is always there every day, and who is a shoe shiner. Me and my sister and my dad's brother and cousin went on the way on the other side. And so when we went to the shoe shiner, and we asked him, did you see a man who died here a few days ago? He died, he fell down and died. And he said yes. And he asked us, why are you asking us? I mean, why are you asking me? And we said that was my dad. And he said, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And I asked him, can you tell us what happened to the man? And he said, this man came here. He was holding a bottle of water, and he started saying, I'm feeling bad, and I want just to rest. And he started to tell people, can you please take me to the hospital? And people are now gathering there and asking, what is happening to this man? Why is he like this? Because he was like, he was like, he had no strength. He just wanted somewhere he can relax. And so they told him, can you drink your water, please, sir? And he drank the water a little bit, and they told him, okay, you have to sit here on this matatu. Matatu is a Nissan. Yeah, you sit here in front of this matatu before people get in, and relax, and then we can see on what we can do. And he kept on begging, please take me to the hospital. And now people were scared. They were afraid of taking him to the hospital, because some of them were asking, what if he die? What if he die on the way us taking us to the hospital? What will we say to the police? Maybe they will think that we are the one responsible for his death, you know. And so Satan is bad, you know. When Satan enters into somebody's mind, he blocks so that you cannot be helped, you know. And I feel like Satan was trying to block, because I know if that was taken to the hospital, maybe he could have been alive even till today. But people keep on asking, they keep on arguing, and in a few minutes the Nissan was full of people, and so it was ready to go. It was ready to take people to where they were going, and so they had to ask Dad to come out. And immediately they asked him to come out, he fell down and he started rolling and kicking him and kicking. He kicked and kicked, and you know, he was from the court. He was coming from the court. He had a case in the court. So after court, he was coming home so that he can go back home, you know. And he had a suit and a tie. And this tie choked him. And nobody was there that was choking him. Nobody was there to avail himself so that he can maybe help him to remove that tie. And so they just looked at him, they watched him the way he was rolling, kicking until he died. Until he died, you know. And after 1 hour, I heard after he stayed there for 1 hour, and after 1 hour the police came and they took him to the police station. And before they took him, um, they checked on whatever he was carrying. He had a very nice watch, he had a very good shoes, and he had rings on his fingers, and he has two phones. And they took him to the police station, and they knew he was a policeman also. And when they took him there, I heard some of them were saying, this man don't seems like he's dead, because he seems to be strong. I don't think he's dead. And so they kept him again there for like 1 hour again. And after 1 hour, they say, now because he's not responding, let us take him to the morgue. And that's when they decided to take him to the morgue. Yeah, and that's how Dad ended up to the morgue. And now he was pronounced dead. And now they checked the last person he called, because they didn't know his family. So they checked at his phone the last person he had called. And it came to be one woman who was living near where he was working in Rumoro police station. And they called her and they asked her, do you know a man by this name, this and this name? And she said, yes. What happened? And they told her that he's dead. Do you know his family? And she said, yeah, I know his family. And the woman came the same day, I believe, the same day. Once great news there. And that's how we came to know that Dad is dead. Yeah, it was so painful. And some of Dad's things were missing, like watch, rings, his phone were missing, you know. They went missing till now. Even his suit, his tie, after he went to the morgue, everything that he had was missing, except only the papers that he had from the court, and my brother's school papers, because I believe he had a plan with my brother. He was going to check something for him, because he wanted him to join the police force. Yeah, and so that's how my dad died. And I just had to tell this story to encourage someone who is out there. Maybe you are going through the same thing. You have lost your dad, you have lost your loved one. I just want to encourage you and to let you know that God loves you, and he will keep on giving you that strength. He will help you through all this journey, because I know it is not an easy journey. It is a very hard journey, and we cannot ignore it. We need strength from God. We just need strength from God and keep on going, because it is God who gives and it is God who takes. You know, we love them, but God loves them the most. Yeah, so we have to accept whatever the situation and thank God in whatever the situation. Let us keep on praying for them, those who are already resting in peace. Let us keep on praying for them, and also let us keep on praying for ourselves, for God to keep on comforting us, because they left us with a scratch. They left us with a wound, because we loved them. We loved them so much, but we leave everything to God, because we cannot change everything. And so be blessed, and I hope that this story will change your life, and you will be prepared in any kind of situation. Or and this also reminds us that death can find you anywhere, that we are supposed to be prepared in everything that we are doing. Everything that we are doing, let us keep on trusting God, because there is everywhere. You never know if it is today, tomorrow, the day before tomorrow, next month, next year. You can never tell. Just keep on trusting in God and know that God is a good God and He loves us. Amen. Be blessed, and I love you all. Amen.